Hey guys, today we're going to be making a 4x4 custom Lego build using these pieces here for a custom version of a ooblt survivalist with a custom backpack and custom hand with a custom sniper rifle. This is one of the more complicated builds, and I'm not sure about some of the building techniques, but here we go. So first you're going to want to start with the pullback engine and these two pieces here, like this, and a couple of these to go here and here to where they clip on like this. No, not like that. Like this, and then put the other one on that side. So this is where you get to start. And then for the second part, you actually, you take that off, and then put these two pieces here and here. Again, they're 3x pieces. And then you put this on right here. And you put this on. Which should, in theory, make it to where it's like this. And then you will grab a couple of these, which they're supposed to be in dark gray. Oops. Dark gray. Dark gray 9s. I'm not sure the technical name for them, but a couple of dark gray 9s to do this, which you will need 2 of. And then you're going to need a couple of these as well. And put those right there. And then put this one. And this is what you got so far. Did I mess that up? No, I didn't. And then on the ends of those, take these, which are a unique piece that I have no idea the name of. And this is all official Lego. Put those on the front right there, which adds a little bit more of a spacing piece. And then take your first front axle and a couple of these, and these axles are smaller than the usual ones made for bigger pullback builds. So you got your first axle on, which it will slide. So you might put the tires on, you might not, depends on you. And then do the same thing for the back, but on the inside put these on, which are the Phillips version of the straight circle. And you need one of them on each side to where they stay on. And I'm thinking I'm going to put the tires on already just to be safe. I might have already done this wrong, but to keep that end on, and then definitely to keep this end on, put the other tires on as well. So now you got a functionable pullback vehicle. But that's just basic. So next up, you want to take a couple of these with one of these. Yeah, with this. I believe this is 813. With a couple of these, and then a couple of these. They are the 7 dark pieces, which those will hook up right there, which finally you take use of these 2 pieces, put one right there and put the other right there, and put that on like that. And then do the same thing on the other side. Like that. And then to space it out, you will take a couple of these, which are the T pieces. And this part is going to be tricky, but it is doable. Stick one in like this, and then do the same thing on the other side. Make sure that both of them are facing the inside and the T is upside down diagonally. And that will make us to where we can do this with this piece. But we will have to take off this end here, then add this, and then put this on. With a 2-hole gap right there. And then take both of these pieces and put them on like this on here. So it should put like a unique looking seat, which was not intentional, but it works. And it also covers the motor. Now for the next step, you will take one of these. I'm thinking of a different thing. Hold up. Oh, here we go. That's where I am. You take a couple of these, which are this, and then both of these, and these will start to form your handlebars, which you put on right here and right here, and then take a couple of rebars, and then that will make it to where they can be held. And then here's a basic version that is easier for some people, I'm thinking. And then you can upgrade the seat a little bit more by doing this. Which will also get locked in place a little bit. It's not a good connection, but it's also not an illegal connection. Which then you take this, actually you'll want that to be upside down right here. You want that to be right there, with one of these right here, and then another one on the other side with a free axle, preferably in gray to match the build. Stick that all the way through. And if you want to get a little bit more out of it, you can. This is basically what I have. I forgot how to build the original model, but you can make the exhaust pipe on here using this, and this, like this, to and then one of these, and then hook that onto the back of the seat right here. And if you don't like it on that side, you can have it upside down on this side. But it would have to be up a little higher. And there you go. A basic-ish. I mean, he use pretty much all the pieces. I'm still getting used to this. This is my first ever YouTube video. And this is Prize Brick signing off.